Hey everybody, this is my first attempt to record um, on Zoom. So I'm out of space on StreamYard. I don't know if this is going to work. I'll upload it afterward to YouTube. But earlier this month, you have a certain limit on StreamYard. This is going to be fascinating conversation. And one of the games I was recording, I accidentally left it going. So it went for like 8 or 9 hours, and that used up all my space for this month. So we'll see what happens. Quick out right to Gary Shirk. And that's going to be complete. I hit record. I'm not even sure where it's saving it. Recorded. Okay, so I guess this is where I'll look for it and then hopefully be able to have an MP4 file to upload. Okay, quick out right to over here top way. Maybe I can look at this. Perfect. All right. So that was a 6-yard pickup on 2nd and 10. It makes it 3rd and 4. I'm going to get my pass rush matchup back up. Start video. What's that going to do? Oh, that's just going to put me up there. Hey, what's up? I don't think we need that. So, anyway, I'm totally discombobulated. This is the quarterfinal matchup of the 1978 Summer Sprint between the Rochester Jeffersons, coached by Anthony Tangora, and the Jersey Rebels, coached by Joe Gordon. Quick slant to Al Dixon. It's going to be on the quarterback's card. The quarterback for the Jeffs is Greg Landry and Gary Danielson. Landry has this killer flat pass card. Doesn't do much on the other columns, except he avoids interceptions all the way around. Off tackle right to Earl Campbell. That's going to be a run call. Guessed right. It's going to pick up 4. So if you see Gary Danielson in the game, that might mean he's going to throw short. Otherwise, Greg Landry's main emphasis is going to be flat and the runs, of course. Look out right to Al Dixon. There it is on the quarterback's card. The only issue with this is the longer you go with these drives, so you get a 15-play drive because you're getting 6, 7, 8 yards at a time, the more chances you have for a snap fumble. Greg Landry's a 17.9 snap fumble, or a pick on the D card, or a fumble because Earl Campbell fumbles it a little bit. So that's the only thing. On these long drives, you have to, avoid the landmines. It's basically what it is. Second and 6. Quick out left to Shirk. So you have to, as an opposing coach, do I call run? Even guessed right, Earl can get some yards. Do I sell out? When you sell out in key or plug zones, you're leaving flats open, or do you flood flats? Flood flats and call runs, he can still hit his own card. So it's a tough offense to stop, and especially in this rule set, inside run to Campbell. He's going to pick up 7 because, with no dump off and no white die 6, the usual methods that you have for moving the ball are gone. Quick slant to Shirk, so he's just inching it down the field. Defender -3 or +4. Now that was a bad break for Joe because the defender was a 5 and he couldn't make the play. So Joe's got 3-4, good. Quick out left, he's trying to call a run. You know, like I said, if it lands on the quarterback's guard, you're in trouble. 6 of 7 so far for Landry, so he's doing what he hoped. There's a fumble, and honestly, the offense has got it back. But that's like one of the things I was talking about, one of those landmines you have to avoid. A receiver fumble. Was it guessed wrong? Flat pass. Billy Brooks took it 10 yards down to the 4, and then he coughed it up. Every time you have one of those receiver receptions, you have that fumble check that happens based on your quarterback wide receiver fumble rating. What Rochester is. Rochester is a 2, so average, or a little bit better than average actually. Off tackle right to Larry Zonka. Linebacker in the zone is going to make the plays, push him back. So what you hope to do here as the defense is to hold him to field goal here, but you know make him really drive the field piece at a time and hope for one of those things to come up. I'll take a right to Willington. Again, called right. It's a 2-yard pickup. Would have been a short gain if he had guessed it wrong. So this is a long drive. I think this is the opening drive, yeah. So it's taken up over half the quarter. Facing a 3rd down and goal at the 4. Joe, on the other hand, on his offense, as we'll see, I think he's got one of the better deep passing quarterbacks. Guessed wrong, so he wants to run and get you the guess run so he can let it fly deep with Jaworski. Guessed wrong, short pass on the D card, incomplete. So you got him to guess wrong that time, but just didn't get the roll. My card, your card, that time it went in the D card. Nine minutes and 20 or 18 seconds. 9 minutes and 18 seconds for that drive. That's crazy. So you really have to maximize your chances. That puts the pressure here on Joe's offense. He's got Ron Jaworski. He's got the Denver blocking back tight end set with the Odoms and Larry Canada. Joe right to Sherman Smith. The Seattle Seahawks halfback set. Good old Sherman Smith, Sherman the Tank. And Ron Jesse, so he's got the Rams wide receivers. Willie Miller and Jesse. Pretty effective. 3-4 showing blitz. Let's look at Rochester's defense. They're 3-4 good as well. Up the middle to Larry Canada. He's going to get 6 yards thanks to the block of R.C. Thielman. against the Atlanta Falcons offensive line. So you draft your teams in units, put them together. Less than 10 days, you have a completely new team, a non-keeper league. So you do this every time you play one of these tournaments. You draft a new team. Fly to Willie Miller. Blitz coming with the linebackers to support it. Oh yeah, I never did get my pass rush match back up. That was a 1X though. Oh no, it was not a 1X. It was no second high linebacker, so we had no pass rush chance due to that. It was actually a D on the black tie, but he just wasn't bringing two linebackers. He was only bringing one, so that opened him up to a sniper scope. So that's what it's going to be. Rochester's inching down the field against the Rebels' big plays. Get strong short pass. The good pass defense comes through. So that's one of Joe's deficit series is pass blocking. He goes 3-0, 3-2-4. Rochester doesn't have a ton of pass rush. Here's a bomb to Ron Jesse, guessed wrong, and hits a receiver reading touchdown. So I thought he'd catch him in a run call, and he did. The defense was expecting a run, and Joe switched it up there. So Jersey on top 7-3 after Rochester controlled the ball for quite a bit. In that first quarter. Off tackle right to Campbell. Guessed wrong, but it hit one of his bad rolls. He's a little bit chunky, so traded 5, of course, but the 7, 8, 9, 11, and 3 are not going to do much for you. That's the 8. It's a 0-yard gain. Campbell does have those big numbers on the edge, though, so if he hits one of those, and we've seen those, we saw David Sims in an earlier playoff game hit that 44-yarder 2 different times across 2 different playoff games. Run Gerard Campbell, he's going to hit a short gain, so he's got that 0 there too on the line book. It's on 7 this time, but he's a little bit, he's got a short gain on 6. Big numbers on the edges. So you can't run too much. Ooh, long gain. He hits one of those edges. Busted down for 38. So Rochester says, I got some big plays in my offense too. They just don't come from the quarterback, at least from the one that's in there most of the time. But that flat pass will get you to call pass a ton. And if he hits an edge with Earl Campbell, Texas Rose can take it a long way. There's 2 men in the zone on a guess wrong flat pass. Defender -4, -2. Of course, a looking pass is going to be incomplete anyway. So he's not plug in and calling run. He's calling run, flooding the flats, or calling pass and flooding the flats. Second and 10, 3-4 showing blitz now. Pass blocking for the Rochester Jeffs is not that great. 2, 3, 2, 4, and 3. And the pass rush, oh man, look at that pass rush for Jersey. This is Dallas Cowboys. Harvey Martin, Randy White, and Ed 212 Jones. They're bringing it. But that's somewhat mitigated against a flat passer. Pitch out right to Campbell. Guessed incorrectly. He's going to lose a yard. Blocking back +5 or -1, and there was no blocking back. He's in a 2 tights, 2 wide set. So 3rd and 11. So this is where we'll see Danielson. He's not great, but better than Greg Landry. So 2, 5, 7, 11. 11 chances guessed right. You're not going to get any guessed wrongs on 3rd and 11, I wouldn't think. Let's see if Joe shows blitz. Oh, he switched it back. He went to Landry thinking it's not going to, against that defensive line, I don't want to throw short. So he's better off going for a flat pass. He'll get you 4 yards, but he won't lose any yards on a sack. Kick is up and good, so the Jeffs close it to a 1-point game. So you don't want to get behind too far against the Rebels, but that they can unleash that pass rush on your passing game. There's a guessed wrong short pass. Riley Odom's the receiver reading comes through. Guessed right, still going to come through. 1st and 10 out to the 34. Off tackle left to Sherman. Ooh, there's a fumble. It's like Jersey has coughed it up, but they get it back. So Juan Jaworski's no Greg Landry. He doesn't have a 17 there, but he's got a 7. And the random roll was a 6 out of 1,000 that time. 2nd and 12. Up the middle, run to Larry Canada. Guessed wrong as he was Keem Sherman Smith. Smith makes the block, so it gains 3 yards. So instead of 3rd and 12, or 3rd and 11, it's now 3rd and 9. Three, 3, 5 showing blitz. Inside run draw to Smith. Nice call there. The zone's completely open. But the white die 1 makes it guessed right. Setting up 4th and 5, so he'll have to punt. 4th and 4, he still would have punted, I think, at this point in the game. Looks like we crashed. So, where are we? 1st and 10 at the 45. So it was either a nice long return or I missed a play that gained significant yards. We got a 15-yard play right there on 1st first down. So got a new first down. Curl to Isaac Curtis. Guessed right. Short pass. So maybe it was a guessed wrong or guessed right. Short pass for 15, or maybe a short gain on Campbell's card. Hard to say. We missed it. So 2nd and 10 out to the 45. Rochester met 3 first downs away from getting into field goal range. Inside run to Campbell. Yes, Strong's going to lose a yard. Trade at 5. 3rd and 11. Campbell 9 runs so far for 81 yards. I'd keep feeding him too. This is where Rochester does not want to be. 3rd and 1 against that pass rush. We'll see if Joe shows a blitz. Fly to Curtis. Double team, and it's picked off. Gary Danielson was brought into the game, and he makes his second pass attempt. This one was picked off. He's 0 for 2 with a pick. But it serves as kind of like a punt, a short punt. Danielson's fumble number is only 3.3. Better than Landry's 17. Landry here. Danielson here. 4-yard run on first down. Jersey has it out to their own 28. Smith and Canada in the backfield in the pro set. I'll tackle right to Canada. Tackle makes the block. Warren Bryant. See if I can figure out. I'll take a guess at what. We already looked at this, didn't we? And I recognize the Atlanta offensive lineman from 1978. Wasn't a position group I was following. 3-4 showing blitz. 3rd and 2. Jaworski's good. Guessed wrong on the bombs. Guessed right. He's a little pick prone. Got that on gain on 8. Plus 3 on 9. Guessed wrong. Other than that, it's the edges. I'll tackle right to Canada. Linebacker in zone is going to make the stop. Push him back 2 yards. Joe Rizzo. Down to the 29. So Rochester had that one long drive where they were able to avoid the minefields. Oh, there's a sack. Tuchel Jones against Dennis Lick. Short pass, got hit. Then they had another shorter drive for a field goal. Then 4 and out, even though they had the ball in good field position because of the pick. Jersey's gone 5 for 60 for a touchdown, and they punted twice after that. So the defenses are earning their keeps here. It's a 13-yard loss as Landry went down. It's a long pass attempt by Landry. And as you can see on his card, it's pretty bleak. Nothing like his effective flat pass card. So 3rd and 23. He stays with Danielson, but I have a feeling he's going to run it here. Pitch out right to Campbell, looking to improve his field position. He's going to pick up 8. 4th and 15, and now comes the punter. Pat McElhaney. 35-yard punt. Rick Upchurch got an excellent punt return card. Takes it down to the inside Rochester territory at the Rochester 48. 5:42 to go in the half. Jersey with the lead and the ball. Looking to open up a bigger lead against those Jeffs. Let's take a quick look at what they did in the regular season. Three, 4 showing blitz. Rochester trying to put some pressure on. Square in to Ron Jesse, a run call. The zone's open, and it's a short gain. That would have been +4 without that. Instead, it picks up 13 yards. Jesse has 2 catches for 38 yards and that touchdown we saw earlier. During the regular season, Jersey against Rochester, 23-13 win for Jersey. Up the middle to Canada, picks up 6, 2nd and 4. Looked like a single turnover for Rochester on a fumble. Earl Campbell fumbled it. He ran 27 times for 184. Sherman Smith ran for over 100. Jaworski had a touchdown. So it seems to be a similar game so far today. But Rochester's still right in this. They get a stuff there on 2nd and 4. So 3rd and 4 at the Rochester 26. There'll be enough time for the Jeffs to put together a threat. Let's look at the Rebels' field goal chances. 2 through 10, 23 to 32. So he's in great shape here to get a field goal to at least extend the lead. Screen left to Smith. Guess strong, but Jaworski's not that great unless you get strong deep. Maybe he'd be bringing the house there, catch him with an empty zone. It was get strong, it just didn't hit a good spot on the quarterback's card. So 10-6. This Jersey expands their lead. What was the 10 on Jaworski's card? I have a feeling that was a hit. Hit short, hit deep. Not flat though. Sideline right to Billy Brooks. Picks up 7, guessed right. As Rochester attempts to navigate the field in under 2 minutes. They're at their own 38. Three, 4 showing blitz on 2nd down. No showing blitz on 1st down in the retro leagues. Inside run to Campbell. And there's 2 men in the zone. Linebacker in the left zone can't make the play, but still holds him to just a 2-yard gain due to the pressure. Could have lost 2. 3rd and 1. 1:52 left. The offense used a timeout there. So they're expecting to convert this 3rd down. Inside run to Whittington. And he does convert it. 2-yard pickup. Uses another timeout. Sideline right to Brooks. Single cover by a 6. It's going to lose to defender -4, -2, and he gets it out of bounds. So Rochester using those timeouts early in the drive means that if they can't pick up a first down here, Jersey can get the ball back with a chance to get some points before half. Sideline right to Brooks again, incomplete, guess right. He just wanted that +8. He wanted to get it +6 or +8, make it possible to get that 3rd down on a flat pass. Clock stops again. I should put this, well, I can't put this broadcast link out. At least you got Zoom. There's an 11-yard pickup. Interesting situation here. Danielson comes in, gets the ball, gets a 1X so he doesn't have to worry about the pass rush. Gets the ball down up to near midfield. 1 minute left, and he's going to punt it. He's not going to chance it, giving Jersey a short field. He often corners it. My goodness. Even so, it still goes 51 yards and gets out of bounds. Right to the goal line. So he was a yard short of keeping that from being at to having that punt drop right at the 1. Pitch out right to Smith. Guess wrong. It's only going to pick up a yard. Good defense there by the defensive end. John with 2 sacks. He's going to have the Raiders defensive ends. Otis Sistrunk with 2 sacks. Dave Browning. Tom Jackson's got to be your temper. Linebackers. Defense, the cornerbacks, the Raiders cornerbacks, Lester Hayes, Monte Jackson. Pitch out left to Smith. There was a man in the zone. That's going to lose 2 yards. So Rochester will get a chance to get the ball back, possibly. Although if they use their last time out here, Jersey can just run it in the half. So they decide not to. The time goes down to 1 second. Up the middle to John Keyworth. This goes nowhere. And that'll be the score at the half. Jersey 10, Rochester 6. Jersey gets the ball first. We saw Rochester go on that long time chewing drive. It used up like 10 minutes of clock. Ready to keep rolling. So here we go. Touchback, and Jersey will start at their own 20. Up the middle to Canada is going to pick up 16. Yeah, move one of the linebackers over to drop down Bob Swenson to plug that end run zone. He still had 6'6" in the linebacker zones. He's got those Denver linebackers are all 6. If you just go with a 4-3 or 3 wide, like in the 3-3-5, does the same thing, same defense. Bomb to Ron Jesse's going to be complete on the quarterback's guard. Second and 10. So Jaws is go big or go home in this one. Up the middle, guess wrong. 4 nose tackle. Otis Sistrunk was challenged on that play. +1 or +12, and he comes through with a white die 4, matching his 4 run rating. Ron Jaworski in the game. On third down, Billy Waddy checks in as the third receiver. Cross to Waddy, covered by a 4. And a snap fumble. That's Jaws' second snap fumble of the game. This time I think he lost it. Yep, it looks like Rochester's recovered. So Jaws has been hit twice. It's the second time in my game. The Jim Zorn, the opposition quarterback, had 2 snap fumbles, losing both of them. I think maybe he lost 1 and then another sack fumble. Inside run to Campbell, guessed right, but it's in the D cards for 5. Campbell inching up on 100 yards. Brooks and Dixon covered by 6s. Sheriff's covered by a 5. Curtis covered by a 4. Campbell's covered by a 5. Inside run to Campbell's key. Still going to pick up 2. Offensive center +2 or +4. The center is a 4 here, and Dan Neal can't make the block. 3rd and 3. Let's take a look at Rochester's field goal kicker. Jersey's is really good. Rochester's, I think there's a lot of good kickers in this set. Yeah, Rochester's equally good, 2 through 10 at this range, and 2 through 6 out to the 37. So I left to Dan Dornick, incomplete. 2 men were in the zone. Kicks up and good, and that makes it 10-9. So Rochester got some points after that snap fumble. Jersey will start their own 41. John Keyworth comes in as a blocking back ahead of Sherman Smith. Inside run to Smith. There's a linebacker there. Guessed wrong. Dreaded 5, no gain. Smith, 8 runs for 8 yards. Not doing much today. Canada checks in a fullback blocking back set with Ron Egloff in front. I'll take a left to Canada, 2 men in the zone. That's only going to go for 2. Still a pass call, but nice plug there by the Jeffs. 3rd and 8. Three-three-five showing blitz. They're coming. It's a fly to Willie Miller. And it's a sack. Down goes Jaworski. Jack Tatum comes in, the blocking back with Sherman Smith at 2. And he couldn't hold him off. 61% chance of a sack, random 47. So that gives the ball back to the Jeffs. Almost pinned him deep. But rolled into the end zone. And they'll take over at throw 20. Now they wouldn't mind a long drive that ended in a field goal because it would give them a lead. 8:42 to go in the half, or in the 3rd quarter, excuse me. Picked off, flat pass. Greg Landry goes to the well. That's one of those minefields I was talking about. That lands on the D card. Could get an unfavorable roll on a split. You see, Landry hasn't been that effective after that first drive. I think on that drive he was like 6 of 7. Since then he's been 4 of 10, something like that. 10 of 17 so far for only 58 yards. Slant to Riley Odom's guessed right. 4 men in the zone, incomplete. Josh trying to get it going on his card. Just hit a blank. 2nd and 10. Smith and Canada in the backfield. Slant to Odoms again. 3 men in the zone. Pass rush coming, and down goes Jaworski. So almost out of that good field goal range. Might run it here with the Jeffs their key to give the variable field goal a chance to go get adjusted to a bad range. Both teams are 2 through 10 from 23 to 32. Pitch out right to Sherman. Guessed wrong. Nobody's in the zone. Gonna pick up 8. Down to the 20. Doesn't really change it too much for Frisch. Tony Frisch. Oh, but he hits the 11. My goodness. See, this is crazy stuff that happens in playoff games. Maybe it happens all the time, but it just is emphasized more in playoff games. He gets the break on the pick, looks poised to get some points out of it, maybe 7, at least 3. He's in good, he runs it conservatively to make sure he stays in good field goal range, and then he shanks it. 2 through 10 field goal chance, and he misses it. So there's a flat pass. Defender +1 or +3, and Gerald Irons makes the play. Pitch out right to Campbell. Run call. Oh, and he fumbles it. Jersey takes over. I think it would have been fumbled even on a guessed wrong call because the number's pretty high for Campbell. Looks like a Campbell guessed wrong up here. Yeah. Trying to find it. Yeah, he's 26. Guessed wrong, or guessed wrong. So it still would have been a fumble. There's a run off tackle to Larry Canada. So the Jeffs got hit by that fumble again. So they have a pick, they have a fumble. They're still right in the game, but only down a point. Pitch out left to Smith. Guessed right. It's going to go nowhere. Guessed wrong. That was a short gain. So nice call there by Anthony, holding it together despite some adversity. Let's look at that. We're not looking at box score. How many turnovers have they had? All right. What's that, second? No, that's Campbell's first fumble of the day. We've had two: a pick by Landry, a pick by Danielson, and the fumble by Campbell. Jersey's had a pick by Jaworski. Oh, no pick by Jaworski, but a fumble by Jaworski on a snap fumble twice, and he lost one. 4th and 7 after that dreaded 5, and this time Tony Fritsch makes it, doesn't shank it. His confidence is still high. So 13-9, 3:18 to go. I still think as Rochester, you weather that storm. You had a couple of turnovers there deep in scoring range, and after those 2 turnovers, you only gave up 3 points. There's a 16-yard run by Eric Campbell up the middle. Nobody was in the zone, and the other linebacker had shifted over. That's going to be nearly up to midfield. Campbell's had ran the ball 15 times today, but he's still got 15 more before he hits first level of fatigue. He was a workhorse in those days. Sideline right to Billy Brooks. My cards, your cards, and it's incomplete. Sorry, it's a sideline left. There's 2 men in the right zone, so Landry's still sputtering since that hot first drive. Second and 10. Off tackle left. It's going to be a pickup of 4. Guessed wrong. Nobody was in the zone. Third and 6. So we had an incomplete to Billy Brooks on first down, 4-yard run by Campbell on second down. Now we're at 3rd and 6 as the third quarter is winding down. Very makeable. It's a quick slant to Dixon. 2 men in the zone, though. So Joe's doing a good job of moving guys in and around those zones. White Die was a 6, so that would have set up a 4th and 1 and probably go for it territory if he hadn't moved that guy in the zone. This time the ball is into the end zone, and Jersey takes over on their own 20. Off tackle right to Smith, picks up 5. Warren Bryant makes the block. Square into Ron Jesse. Short gain on Jaworski's card. That's 16 yards. Moves the ball up to the Rebels 40. And that's the end of the quarter. So Jersey with the ball, 4-point lead. In this summer sprint, 1978 summer sprint quarterfinal game. The winner here will join 2 other teams in the semifinals, with the final team yet to be determined. The next game, the game that remains unplayed, is Orange County and Rick Byron's Orange County Ramblers against the Las Vegas Flying Elvi. Off tackle left is Sherman Smith. 2nd and 8. Picks up 2. The onside guard couldn't make the block. Dave Scott's a 0. Big play here as Anthony wants to keep it contained. Inside run is Sherman. Guessed right. Going to pick up 3. Keeps him in contained. 3rd and 5. Guessed wrong. That would have been +3 still. So didn't matter in that particular case. But Smith has struggled so far. 14 runs for 26 yards. 1.9 yards per carry average. So here we go. 3rd and 5, 3-3-5 showing blitz. Jaworski has gone down a couple times today. Not sure if you go all out blitz with just a 5-yard pickup needed. Sideline left to Jesse. Guessed right. There's a 6 there. Incomplete. Jaworski guessed right. Can't make that play. And Rochester will get the ball back without giving up any points. 38-yard punt. By Parsley. Cliff Parsley. First and 10 at the Rochester 24. Sideline right to Billy Brooks. Single cover. There's a 5 there. Gets it on the quarterback's card. And now maybe Landry can get on a roll again. Score into Brooks. Ooh, it's a sack. Forget about a roll. He gets on his back as down goes Greg Landry. Now to make it 3rd and 9 and probably Danielson time. But that's that excellent defensive line for the Rams. Bernard Jackson came from a linebacker spot, helping out. It was a free safety, actually. So showing blitz, and he came, and it can get you on a flat pass these days. 3rd and 9 here, not showing blitz. Danielson is in the game. Is that Dennis Law? Yeah, Dennis Law checks in. It's the 3rd wideout. Crossing pattern of Billy Brooks. Incomplete on the good pass tee. And Rochester will have to punt again. Both teams playing excellent defense. 11-yard return out to the 37. Pick up Church on the return. Rochester has some vulnerabilities on the D-line. Up the middle of Canada. Picks up 6. 4 nose tackle, 4 defensive end. But those linebackers are all 6, and they come down to support. .11:06 to go in regulation. Up the middle of Canada. Goes nowhere as the left guard can't make the block. Dave Scott comes up short. Even if he had run the other way, the 4-rated guard wouldn't have been able to help him. 3-4, showing blitz on this 3rd and 4. Rochester desperate to get the ball back, 10:30 to go. Odom's covered by a 4. Everybody else covered by 5s or 6s. Inside run to Sherman Smith is the man there, guess wrong. And it's a short gain on Smith's card. Comes up big in a big spot. Guessed right would have been +2 and a punt. Instead, it's 14 yards and first down away from good field goal range. Smith has finally had an impact on this game after some ineffectual carries early. Post to Riley Odoms. Guessed wrong is the man in the zone. Incomplete on Jaworski's card. That's probably his best column, that guessed wrong long pass column. "16 chances guessed wrong." Pitch out right to Sherman Smith. That's going to get a block from the onside tackle. So that is set. That sets up 3rd and 5. 9 minutes to go in regulation. So we saw that guessed wrong bomb that hit a blank on Jaworski's card, even though there's a lot of good chances there. Then a guessed wrong or right, I can't remember now. But it was on the D card anyway, so it's in run for 5. 3-4 showing blitz, 3-3-5. It's a run call up the middle to Canada, so we're going to pick up 1. Fourth and 4 at 37. 8:24 to go. This is no man's land. What would you do here if you were Joe? He's going to punt it. Yeah, maybe part of that depends on how likely your punter is to get it out of bounds. Oof. Only an 11-yard punt. He went for the coffin corner. So Rochester takes over at their own 26. A field goal will not help. Well, I guess it would help. There's probably enough time for a couple of possessions. Single yard pickup as Landry continues to sputter. Six-yard pickup, guessed right. Shirk takes it towards the sidelines. We're not in get out of bounds timeline yet, or at the time frame, I should say. Whittington and Dornick in the game. So Landry's completing a high percentage of his passes, but it's not really getting many yards out of it. 3rd and 3. So single yard on first down, 6 yards on second down. What will we get on 3rd down? Off tackle right to Dornick. Linebacker in zone -2, a +3. The linebacker was a 4, and the white guy was a 6. So he can't make the play. It was a good plug. If he had not brought anybody up, defensive end was a 5, so it would have been +6. I'm sorry, +9, because it was a white die 6. So 1st and 10 at the Rochester 36. Another sequence where we needed 3 plays to get just over 10 yards. Sideline right to Brooks. Guessed right. It's going to pick up 7. That's one of the good numbers on the quarterback's card. That's 7 on 6 and 8 on 7 will put you up in a nice position for 2nd down. Square into Brooks. There is nobody. Well, there was a man in the zone, but hits one of the blanks on Landry's card, setting up 3rd and 3. Square out left to Curtis. Fourth and 3 was incomplete. He's going to punt it. Trust his defense. Trailing by 4 with 5 minutes left. First and 10. Screen pass right to Sherman. 6 linebacker there, incomplete. 2nd and 10. +4 showing blitz. +5 for Sherman Smith on a linebacker end run. Canada off tackle was a short gain on 6. Restaurant. Curl to Willie Miller. He switches up to run call. There's it's a sniper scope. He was showing blitz. And down to the 41 of Jersey, or Rochester, go the Jersey Rebels. 3:54. Just what the doctor ordered for Jersey. Up the middle run to Canada. Now, still, if he holds him here, might be in 4-down territory. 2nd and 6 here. But if he can hold him to even a field goal chance here, he's still only down a single score. 3-4 showing blitz again. He was burnt last time when he went to a run call, and he got a hit with a sniper scope. Another 4-yard pickup. Inside run to Smith. That's going to be a 1 yard loss. So it'll be 4th and 3. So, sorry for being distracted here. My kid was driving my car, and it just he got when it was parked. He got swiped a little bit. So and the person, of course, did not leave a note, just left. We have full coverage on it, so it should be okay. Just checking to see if there was cameras there. So he's going to go for it. 4th and 3, 2:06 to go. So I'm going to turn my video on here, show you. You see this? Car doors. On my old Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid. It's smushed. So that'll have to get taken care of. And it does not get picked up as Jack Tatum was in there. Two minutes to go. Quick out right to Shirk. So he's going to try to slot pass his way down the field. That's what he's done all year. Keeps landing on that D card though in the second half, and actually after that first drive. How are you going to pick up a yard, defender? +1, +3. And he tries to run it there off tackle to Earl Campbell. There's a man in the zone. That's going to get stuffed, no gain. Incomplete there on a correct double team. So 4th and 9, this is it. All right, if this doesn't make it, I really need to call the insurance here. So here we go. Danielson in, 4th and 9. Bomb to Billy Brooks, going big. He puts it back in zone. He makes it. 29 yards. The defender in the zone, the free safety, was a 4. The defender covering Brooks was a 6. But it wasn't an 8, it was a 9. And the offense takes a timeout, so they're still alive. Also, the 12 would have worked. Defender in zone plus 8 plus extra plus 28. So that's 4 free safety, biting Jersey in the butt a bit. 2 tights, 2 wides. Campbell in the backfield. Pitch out left to Earl Campbell. Guessed right because he keyed him, but he keyed him only by plugging the right end spot. Gets out of bounds. 52 seconds left, 30 yards away from a possible game-winning touchdown. Campbell 18 for 124. At one point, he had like 8 for 80 or something like that. Hasn't hit a big run yet since that early part of the game. Fly to Isaac Curtis, and it's a sack. That big pass rush. Too tall Jones was not only too tall, he was too strong and too fast on that one. Gets around Dennis Lick. Rochester takes a timeout, 39 yards away now. 45 seconds to go. He really, and he's in third and 16 because he had the spike. Did he do a spike? Did I miss a play? With the bomb for 29, a run for 3. Oh, within the sack. So second down with 2nd and 7. Now it's 3rd and 16. Slant to Dixon. It's going to be a must run for 7. That'll set up for another 4th and 9. I think we had the 4th and 9 where he got the 29-yard hit last time. So here we go. Will it go deep again? Will Jersey pull 2 guys back this time? Danielson's out there again. So I think he's going to hurry up. Save that timeout. He didn't have to swap his quarterback since Danielson was already out there on 3rd and 1. Slant to Shirk. Incomplete, and that'll be it. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to take care of that car.